that he had done as instructed. He then made a special request, asking that if Fang Yi was not the person they were looking for, they would guarantee his safety. The red-haired officer tapped her finger impatiently on the table. She coldly dismissed his concern, ordering him to simply do his mission and not do anything unnecessary. With a chilling lack of feeling, she added that if Fang Yi turned out to be the wrong person, Wang Liang should just consider it a punishment for his friend. At a quiet bar, Fang Yi and Wang Liang toasted with their beer glasses. They sat and drank, catching up after being apart for 3 years. Fang Yi noticed his old friend seemed much more mature and guessed that his time in the army must have been hard. Wang Liang talked about his experiences in the military before asking Fang Yi how he had been. Fang Yi gave a simple reply, saying he was doing well and had gone to college. As he drank his beer, he thought back to his past life. In that chaotic time, he never had the chance to see Wang Liang again. He remembered that his friend, as a soldier, had probably died in some forgotten battle. He wondered if this time, in this new life, he could change his old friend's fate. Wang Liang then changed the subject, his tone becoming more serious. He asked Fang Yi if he had seen anything strange lately, like zombies or monsters from movies. Fang Yi was immediately on guard. He knew it wasn't surprising for someone in the army to know about the spiritual energy revival, but the direct question felt like a test to see what he knew. Playing dumb, Fang Yi asked what he was trying to say. Wang Liang sighed and explained that he wasn't trying to comfort him, but to warn him. He told Fang Yi that in the near future, everything they valued, education, wealth, status, would become worthless. The entire world order was about to change. Fang Yi listened closely, his face showing no emotion as he stared at his empty glass. He knew that ordinary soldiers were sworn to secrecy and couldn't leak any details about the spiritual energy revival. This confirmed his suspicion. The military had identified him as a target, and Wang Liang, his childhood friend, had been sent to test him. Wang Liang, seeing his friend's silence, tried to reassure him. He told him not to worry, that as long as he didn't reveal anything, he would be fine. But Fang Yi understood the situation. Despite his pretended ignorance, his friend was still trying to help him. Even at the risk of breaking military rules, Wang Liang was kindly warning him to be careful of the coming changes. Their conversation was suddenly cut short when Wang Liang's phone began to vibrate urgently. He answered the call, and a furious voice on the other end ordered him to return to his team immediately and report to the target location within 10 minutes. Wang Liang snapped to attention, accepting the order as Fang Yi watched in silence. He immediately jumped up, apologizing to Fang Yi and explaining that he had an urgent mission and couldn't see him home. As his friend was about to leave, Fang Yi dropped his act. He asked if the mission was related to the spiritual energy revival and told his friend to take him along. Wang Liang stopped, turning back to look at Fang Yi with a mix of shock and confusion. Fang Yi stood up and grabbed his friend by the collar. He told Wang Liang to take him to see his superiors, letting him know that he was aware of the real reason for their meeting. He reassured his friend, telling him that while he didn't know exactly what his superiors knew, he knew Wang Liang would never hurt him. He explained that he was more interested in what the military was dealing with, knowing it had to be related to the great changes happening in the world. Since the Spiritual Energy Association was already handling the monsters, he was curious what the military's role was, and he wanted to see it for himself. Wang Liang agreed, and the two of them walked toward a massive, heavily guarded military base in a mountain valley, labeled Military Number 19 Spiritual Forbidden Zone. As they got closer, Fang Yi was struck by the incredibly dense spiritual energy in the area. He noted that the concentration level was so high it had likely surpassed a standard pollution zone. As they were met by a squad of soldiers, one of them ordered Wang Liang to return to his team. After a quick check, the soldiers allowed Fang Yi to enter the base, leading him through a brightly lit corridor. Inside the military base, Fang Yi and Wang Liang were led into a